Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Dr. Lisa Crump with Launch Your Income. And before we get started, I want to make sure that you do the housekeeping. Make sure you subscribe, comment, and like this video so that we can share out this information to others to learn and understand how they can launch their income in 2025. Again, my name is Dr. Lisa Crump, and I'm a boss mama 4, wife, and I've worked over 25 years in education. And so I've helped countless of young people, adult learners, think about how are they launching their career, how are they also transitioning. And so with that, I want to talk about how do you think about setting goals? How do you think about establishing a GPA plan so that you can be successful? And so a lot of times it's very much about setting a goal that is achievable, setting a goal that is helping you understand things that you can do in small incremental ways, creating a plan around that goal, and then ultimately taking actions. You may need to do some additional research. That's part of your action. You may need to do some things that will help prepare you in terms of credentials or going to school. You may need to do some things like if you're looking for creating new income streams. How do you do that in a very intentional way? You do your research, you apply to things, you apply to jobs, you are doing things that are taking action. So when you say, what is your GPA is very specific to you and what your goal is. When you say a GPA, you're looking at a goal, you're looking at a plan, and you're looking at an action. What is your GPA? So being very intentional about setting that GPA and reevaluating it, and going to the next thing that you need to do. So again, I wanted to make sure that you are thinking about what next for your life as you're looking at 2025. A GPA is part of that, creating a plan for yourself, creating opportunities for you to look very intentionally about who you are and what you're trying to achieve. And so when I tell people, I've worked with thousands of individuals in higher ed. And so with knowing that they're looking to change their lives, they're looking for a new career, they're looking to transition in their job, they often need to think very intentionally about how do they improve, what's going on that they can be able to graduate and essentially go into the job or career that they want to go into. And that's a process that requires you to be very intentional about what are you looking at. So again, when I say setting your GPA, I'm being intentional about saying it's not about creating a goal and then just walking away from it. A goal is a plan. You have to have a plan behind that goal and you want to take action. So you want to be very intentional about that. And so if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. I want to put your comments there. I want to hear from you. I want to be very intentional about engaging with you. So let me know, okay, how do I do this? How do I create a GPA? And what do you mean by that? What does that mean for me in terms of making more money and launching my income and launching, and making multiple streams of income? A lot of it is your mindset. That's a big piece of it. How do you make sure that you're in the right mindset to be successful? If you're thinking everything around you is a failure, if you're thinking in a negative aura, so that in a way that anything you touch doesn't succeed, then you need to change your mindset. You need to think about, okay, what can I do in a very intentional way to be successful? If you're thinking negative and you're creating goals that are going to say, okay, I never can do that. I never can go live. I would never be able to do that. Then you need to think about, okay, what is a goal I can set that says I can go live and I'll be prepared to go live? Do I need to essentially just create a time to go live where I'm just doing it for a few minutes, I turn the camera on, and then I need to find something to talk about? And so maybe I do create a plan that says, okay, I'm going to do a research on a topic that I like. Maybe I like something that's very interesting surrounding a TV show, and I want to talk about that TV show, and I'm just going to go live and just talk specifically about that show. So now I'm going to take action. I'm going to take action because I'm going to do the research about that TV show, and I'm going to have 2 or 3 things I'm going to talk about in that episode. And when I go live, because I'm going to take action and go live, I'm going to go through those notes and just talk through that. And I'm going to make sure that I'm able to reach out to people and say, I'm going to go live at this time and I'm going to talk about this particular TV show because I'm interested in that. And there are probably others who are too. So that's what I mean by how do you create a GPA, a goal, plan, and action surrounding something that you've never done before or surrounding something that you want to change. And then you take those steps in a very intentional, methodical way so that you are successful. That's your GPA. Again, in order to do that, you may need to have the right mindset, a mindset that says, okay, you know what? If I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do it in a way that's going to make me successful. I'm going to do it in a way that my goal was to go live. Then maybe I'm just going to go live for 5 minutes. And that's my goal because I've never gone live before. I've never done it before. I could never do that. But I'm going to go live for 5 minutes and I'm going to make sure that when I do it, I'm going to do it and I'm going to talk about these couple things, some things that are dear to me, important to me, and I want to make sure that I'm sharing this to other people who also may care about that. And then ultimately, I'm going to go live for 10 minutes. Hey, live for 5 minutes wasn't too bad of going live. But what I would tell you to do is that's part of your GPA. That's part of your goals that you're setting. That's part of the plan that you have for yourself. That's part of the action that you've taken. And so how do you do that in a very intentional way? How do you create your GPA so that you are doing something so that you're able to say, okay, you know what? That's a goal that I had. I'm going to create this plan for it, and then I'm going to take action. And so with doing that, you unlock a part of you that you've never done before, something that you've never even achieved before. And so you want to make sure that you're being very intentional about your life. And what I'm saying to do is in 2025, set goals for yourself, be radical in how you're looking at your life and saying, okay, I'm going to set goals for myself. I'm going to change my mindset in a way that I'm able to step back and say, okay, what was something that I've never done before that was so challenging, so hard, so difficult, or my life has been a struggle. And I've been there. I've been there where you're figuring out, okay, how are you going to pay bills? What does it mean to, keep your lights on and have gas in your car? I've been there. I understand the struggle and being on the struggle bus. And then there's times where you have to say, okay, I need to do something radically different. And in doing that radically different thing, you decide that you're going to take a chance on yourself. And you may go to school and advance your education so that you can have a job that pays a little bit more. And that's part of your plan. And then those are the action steps that you're taking. And so what seemed impossible a year ago, 2 years ago, you've achieved it. You've done it. And so what I would tell you is think very intentionally about your GPA. How do you make sure that you're setting goals? You're making a plan. You're taking action. You're doing the things to set yourself up. And you're doing it with a positive mindset. That's hard. Sometimes people get stuck. Sometimes people feel like, you know what? Life is lifing. But I want to see change happen for me. And so with making that change, you decide to take those steps. And so often, like I said earlier, I will have people come to me and ask the question, how do I get, change? How do I advance my career? How do I make steps to be better? How do I make more money? What are some of the things I need to do? And I would ask them, what's your GPA? In response, I would get 3.0, 4.0. I would get an academic number. Obviously, a GPA for most people is this measure of academic performance. But what I'm talking about is your GPA. How are you setting a goal? How are you making a plan? How are you taking action? And so that's how you are able to get yourself out of this life that you feel is not producing for you. And if you're setting goals for yourself, if you're making plans surrounding those goals, and then you're taking action, you will see. Follow me for more tips on how to launch your income. Don't forget to share, comment, and like this video. Thank you for watching this video and visiting my YouTube channel. And don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like in this video. So if you want a free copy of that planner, click the link in the bio. You can grab it now, and that way you can start setting your goals for 2025, creating a plan and taking action. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment, and I look forward to working with you in 2025.